Quiet, please. Quiet, please.
The American Broadcasting Company presents Quiet, Please, which is written and directed by Wyllis Cooper, and which features Ernest Chappell. Quiet, Please for today is called Tap the Heat, Bogdan.
I'm Bogdan, and I can lick any man in the house. I'm Bogdan Petrovich, that's my name, and I am from Sinagora, and I can lick any man in the house, especially Irishers. In Sinagora, we lick them all. Irishers, Austrians, everybody. We don't kid around in Sinagora. You remember a town in Sinagora called Sarajevo? It's my hometown, Sarajevo. And when I'm a little kid, I go to school with Gavrilo Princip. I thought everybody know who is little Gavrilo Princip with the glasses and the bombs. Huh? Why he blowed up that Archduke Frontenac Ferdinand in Sarajevo right away to have the big war. We don't like people in Sinagora. We don't like nobody, see? And I don't like you. What you say? What means Sinagora? It means Black Mountains. That's the kind of mountains we got in Sinagora. Big, black, mean mountains. Houses hang on side of Black Mountains. Goats climb around. Got brigands hide in mountains. Cut people's heads off. Wear two big guns in belt. Got knife that long. You don't monkey around in Sinagora. What them fellas laughing about? They laugh at Bogdan. Hey, you fellas, you cut out that laugh and I break your heads. You hear me, Bogdan? You be quiet. Yeah, that's better. What you drinking? Beer. Beer's for babies. Bring me Slivovitz. Bring me bottle Slivovitz. That's better. Yeah. You drink some Slivovitz. Make you joke. I have to be a man to drink Slivovitz. Look it. See? That's how to drink Slivovitz, boy. Sure, I'm strong man. Have to be strong man. Come from Sinagora, drink Slivovitz, make steel, kill people. Huh? Sure, I make steel. Sure, I kill people. I'm a man. And I hate Irish fellows. Huh? Sure, I tell you what. On account of this fellow Manus O'Dwyer. Nah, you don't know Manus O'Dwyer. Manus O'Dwyer dead. Manus O'Dwyer awful dead. Then you know who make him dead. He not ever gonna say some more tap the heat, Bogdan. He always say, you Bogdan, you bad word. You tap the heat. He say, you big bad word, bohonk. You tap the heat. He not ever gonna call me bohonk no more, not from where he is. No, sir, not me. You see this? You know what that is? That man is your wife. Hey, stop the music! Yeah, that's better. Sure, that man is so dwyer. That piece steel, that man is so dwyer. Don't need lick night. Sure, you buy me some more Slivovitz. I tell you all about Manus O'Dwyer. Then how he turned into a little piece steel. That's the boy I like, Slivovitz. First, I have to tell you about Maya Wieczorek. Maya Wieczorek is Polish girl from Przemyśl. Her folks live down 4 blocks the other side, Commercial Avenue. My father's name is Kazimir. He got one leg shot off in war in 1916. Her mother's dead. Maya's got blonde hair. Maya's got bluest eyes I ever see. Maya's young and got mouth like ripe cherry. Well, she got littlest feet in South Chicago. Now, you know what? I think one time Maya Vicharik is in love to me. I think so, I just guess. But Yambag am I in love with Maya Vicharik. I say, Maya, you're married to me.
Yeah. I'm not going to marry you, big fellow, you.
And I say, why not married to me, Maya?
Yeah. I'm going to marry speaking man better English than you. You think I want to be married to Big Bomb, make steel and drink sliver all the time?
And I say, I learned good English, Maya. I learned, say, now is the time for all good men to come to the aid of their party. It's just like on State Street, Maya.
I'm not going to marry big ugly man that always talk how he kills people all the time.
And I say, Maya, I only killed 4 people. And that is back in Senegora. I forgot their names all, but Ivan Klimovich. And if you say so, I don't kill nobody here, Maya Vicharik.
I think you are no good Big Bomb, Bogdan.
Hey, you know what? She kissed me on my face. That Maya Vicharik. Was I love. Well, I didn't keep my promise I make to Maya Vicharik. I just killed one man, though. Manisodwaya. I never see Irisher before. I think he's some kind foreigner. He talk funny. I don't like him, but he don't care. He laugh all the time. Sometimes he sing songs. He sing pretty good. I go down to Maria's house this night. I stand outside and listen when I hear something through the window. You know what I hear through the window? I hear Maria Sodwaya.
Come on. Give us a kiss, Maria. You'll never miss one.
No manners. I don't give kisses.
Well, don't you ever give kisses to that big lard-headed bohung boyfriend of yours, then?
What lard-headed boyfriend I got?
That big left-footed Bogdan. The one on the electric furnace. I top the heat better like nobody. I top the heat.
Please don't talk like that, Manners.
Well, you don't love him, do you now, Alana?
What's Alana, Manners?
That is a term of endearment. It's frequently indulged in by the people of Era, my dear, when they're speaking to the woman they love.
Alana.
Aye, Alana. Also a Kushla McCree.
And what's a Kushla McCree?
Pulse in me heart, Alana. 'Tis only used in conversation when one's speaking to the woman he loves.
Do you love me, Manners?
And why else would I be asking you for a kiss, then?
Oh, don't you ask all girls for kiss, Manners?
That I do not. Only them I love. Will you give us a kiss, then?
I'm afraid to, Manners.
Afraid? And what are you afraid of, will you tell me?
Bogdan.
Bogdan? Why, I'll take that big ham-handed steel pusher and I'll twist his square head off with my little finger and I'll throw it in his face.
Whose face you gonna throw my head at? You leave my girl alone, you Irisher, I'll bust you up in little square pieces. That's what I said while I was climbing through the window. Well, he don't throw my head in my face, but he give me 2 black eyes. He put in there, pull my ears off my head. And you know what? That Maya, she laugh. She laugh at Bogdan. So that's why I make up my mind I'm gonna kill Manisodwaya. Nobody laughs at Bogdan.
Steel is made of iron, to which is added other ingredients. Carbon is the essential ingredient and is added to the iron ore during the melting process. The mass of molten metal in the furnace is called a heat, and the process of pouring the mass from the furnace into the fire clay-lined ladles is called tapping the heat.
I don't work no more in the steel foundry. I quit. I used to work in the steel foundry over in Hammond. I quit. I don't want to work no more. Manisodwaya, he not there anymore, so why I work? Manisodwaya, he dead. Ain't you, Manis? Sure. It's all that left, a big, strong Manisodwaya. Little steel ingot, weigh maybe 2 pounds. You see, they don't have open-heart furnaces anymore in steel foundry where I work. Got big electric furnace. Not have to have so many men when you got electric furnace, I guess. Or something, I don't know. Lots of people don't like electric furnace, but I like pretty good. I like progress. That's the word. Sure. Me, Bogdan, I like this progress. Manus O'Dwyer, he is kind of Peruchnik. Foreman, he's tell everybody what he gonna do. He fire people all the time and hire more. But he leave me alone in Fondre. He big, strong Irish fella, but he not big and strong like Bogdan when Bogdan is at work. Bogdan got too many things to hit with. Billet, steel, hunks, limestone. Scoop shovel, big, long steel rod with hook on it. Plenty things to make Bogdan stronger than Manus in Fondre. So he leave me alone pretty much. Just holler, Bogdan, when you gonna top heat? Then I top him when he's ready, see? That's my job. Bogdan tops heat. He's laugh all time, this Manus O'Dwyer. When he's not sing about dark mountains and roses. He sing pretty good. Me, I don't sing much. I work, I drink, I fight. That's enough. But I'm not satisfied with my job. I want a better job. I talk one day to Manus O'Dwyer. I say, Manus, you mad on me?
Why did you be mad at you, Bogdan? I haven't your face into a pulp, and I'm just the boy that could do it again. So why should I be mad at you?
I thought you was mad on me.
When I get mad at you, Bogdan, you'll feel the weight of me fist on your nose. That's the way you'll know. What do you want, then?
I don't want to top the heat no more.
Ah. Would you like to be vice president in charge of, maybe? Or would you like to be private secretary, maybe, and run a typewriter like?
I can't run no typewriter.
Maybe you'd like to go into the paymaster's office and count the shillings for it.
I don't want to be no monkey in office.
Well, where do you want to be a monkey then, Bogdan? Maybe you'd rather be a chimpanzee or a gorilla.
Yeah.
Maybe I could get you to the zoo and shy. You'd be a very neat orangutan if you had a tail.
I'm not no monkey.
Yes, you are a monkey, Bogdan. I made a monkey out of you the other night with your girl.
No. I want to run electric crane.
You do?
I can run electric crane.
Listen, Becky McDonough, that runs the crane on the day shift, was 31 years learning how to run it, I'll have you know. And Margaret Pemberton, that's on the night shift, he was 12 years just getting to be an apprentice.
I know how to run an electric crane.
Not on my floor you run no electric crane, me boy. Galloping up and down over men's heads with a ladle full of white-hot running steel and splashing it all over us all.
I can run an electric crane.
Get back to your job, Bogdanishka, or whatever your blowhung name is, and don't be bothering me with your ambitions and such. Go on now. Go tap a heat, Bogdan. Go away, I'm busy. Scat you.
Nobody gonna talk that way to Bogdan Petrovich, you know that. You did find that out, didn't you, Manus O'Dwyer? Look at Manus. Manus just old ingot steel. Just special heat, all white hot in big tea kettle, just iron, carbon, limestone, vanadium, and man. That's all he is. Manus O'Dwyer to hit me on the eye and take away my girl Maria Vachorik and not let me run electric crane. Better not monkey with Bogdan.
The electric furnace is differentiated from the open hearth furnace for melting steel, is shaped much like a giant tea kettle. And when the heat is ready to be tapped, the entire furnace is tipped up on trunnions and the molten white-hot steel is poured from the spout into a ladle in the soaking pit below.
I don't want to see you never no more, Bogdan.
What's the matter, you, Maria Vachorik? Bogdan not good enough for you.
Bogdan just too bad man for me. Bogdan never gets to be foreman. Bogdan never gets to be nothing. You think I want to be married to poor roughneck all your life?
You don't love me no more, Maya.
I never said I love you, never.
You did, yes. You give me kiss.
What's a kiss?
You can kiss his other fellas out.
I kiss everybody I want to.
You kiss that Manus O'Dwyer.
It's none your business I kiss Manus O'Dwyer.
It's my business.
Why is your business if I kiss Manus O'Dwyer?
Because if you kiss him, I bet I kill
Ha,
you.
you kill him. Shut crap.
swear, Maya.
What's the difference if I swear? You make me mad, you make me laugh.
Well, don't say chocolate.
I say chocolate every time I want.
Maya, I love you.
Bogdan, I don't love you.
You think you're going to marry this man?
I'm gonna marry him.
You're going to be a widow.
You do that, I'm gonna call the policeman. He's gonna hang you. Oh, I'm not afraid, though. You try hurt Manus, he give you some more black eyes. That's what he do.
Maya, please love me.
Yes, I love Manus.
I hate Manus. I kill him.
You better sneak up him when he's not looking when you try to kill him. It's the only way you can do it. He's gonna break you in 2 pieces with hands.
If you're not going to marry to me, you're not going to marry to that Manus O'Dwyer. You wait and see, you widow, you.
The temperature of molten steel ranges from 3,000 to 4,000 degrees Fahrenheit, in which condition it flows like water. Organic matter brought into contact with molten steel simply vanishes in a brief burst of flame and is absorbed into the metal itself. Was the truth in her eye ever beaming that made me love Mary, the rose of Tralee?
Oh, Manus, you seem so sweet.
It's the song of my own country, I touch them, I see. And it makes me homesick for the darkling mountains above the evening waters.
Dark mountains and islands? Black mountains?
Ah, sure. With mountains and hills of any kind you can put your mind to. Mostly green under the sun and rain. Grey in the twilight. And when the shadows of the night fall on Tralee, the mountains are sure enough black.
Black mountains. Mountains of death, Manus.
No, no. Mountains of beauty and... What's the matter, darling?
The Black Mountains. Bogdan tells of the Black Mountains in his country, too, in Senegal.
Oh, forget Bogdan.
He hates you, Manus.
What did he do to me, then?
Manus, when Bogdan taps the heat,
Yes.
what do?
All right. I stand not too close and watch.
Does he stand close?
Oh, he's not an easily frightened man. He stands close. Well, it's Bogdan that digs out the fire clay plug in the furnace spout so that the hot steel can pour out. And that's not a job for a man who's afraid.
Tell me what it is like, Manus.
Well, the great gears grind and the big furnace tips up and the gas flames are licking away at the ladle down in the smoke.
And how hot is it?
But with the temperature of the steel, of course, 2,000 or 3,000 degrees.
Yes.
Now, Bogdan stands with a kind of a pick at the spout of the kettle, and he picks away at the hardened clay. And soon enough, the little red nose of the first flow breaks through. Then there's a roar, and the white-hot steel pours down into the ladle.
I'm afraid.
And the sparks leap up into the air from the surface of the liquid steel. And they fly about and burn holes in the men's clothing. And there's the smell of burned earth and hot steel. And men stand fascinated each time it happens. For it's like a glimpse into the mouth of hell. And no man ever tires of it.
And are they afraid, these men? Bogdan.
Yeah, Bogdan's not afraid.
What if a man fall into the steel?
That doesn't happen.
Never.
Well, once in a great, great while.
And what happens then?
I've never seen it. But they say there's a flash of yellow flame and never the sound of a man's crying out and he's gone. Then his people take a little dab of the steel in which he died, and that they take and hold the funeral services over the steel. All for the man as part of it.
Oh, no.
Oh, now, let's talk of things more pleasant. Or, shall I sing you the road to
And what do they do with the rest of the steel?
Well, it's buried, too, for a man as part of it, and there's no telling what would happen if the steel were to be used. Now, shall I sing again, Ron?
What I want is more Slivovitz. I don't feel good. Bring me more bottle Slivovitz. Bring beer for my city friend here. Hurry up! He ought to drink Slivovitz. It's for man. Man like Bogdan. That man is so dry. He married Maya Becharik. That is Slivovitz. Yeah, that's better. Da. He married Maria Becharik, and now Maria Becharik is a widow. Just the same like Bogdan says she's going to be. She widow. And out in cemetery is coffin with only little piece steel inside it. Little piece steel like this little piece of steel. An inside little piece steel. Listen. You hear something? Shut up, you everybody! You don't hear? Put your ear down by the little steel ingot, fella. You still don't hear? Why, Mother's singing. Mother's a Dwyer. Hear him just as plain from inside little steel ingot. Sure, I hear him lots of times. Don't scare me. I sing right along with him. See? Gazing above the dark water, 'twas there I met Mary, the Rose of Tralee. We sing pretty good together, Mother to me. Mother said I couldn't hear them. Maya said I couldn't hear them. But Maya's a widow. Poor Maya Vichorik. And Manus, how you like, Manus? You don't monkey around with Bogdan. Bogdan pretty smart guy. And he don't like nobody. Bogdan don't even like Maya Vichorik no more. Dad don't even like me.
Manus Dwyer, 33, a foreman in the No. 1 foundry, was instantly killed today when he fell into a 15-ton ladle full of molten steel. The only witness to the tragedy was Bogdan Petrovich, a laborer who lost 3 fingers of his left hand.
The fingers I pushed him with my left hand. I bumped my hand against the edge of the ladle. It was hot. Not so hot like the steel that was flowing into it from the big tea kettle, though. Not so hot like where Manus Dwyer. We topped the heat. The big fat river of steel that comes out the spouty splash down. You listen, you hear only the gears making noises while they tip the kettle up higher to get all the steel. You hear whistles where crane is scooping down above our heads to lift up ladle and make it along the flasks. You hear all kinds of noises in foundry. You hear Manus Dwyer talk in your ear.
Bogdan, you're awful close to the edge there.
And you hear yourself say, I'm not scared. You hear yourself say, you scared, Manus Dwyer? When whistles make noise, you look through black goggle at Manus Dwyer. And you see his only man, and that is steel down there. And you laugh at Manus Dwyer. Manus Dwyer, he hollers.
What are you laughing at, you big bull-hunk?
And you hear yourself say, I see something floats on top steel down there. And then you look through black goggle, you see Manus Dwyer lean over, see what you point? I put my left hand on his shoulder and I holler, there, see? And he leaned far over, and whistle blows real loud, and he looked up away from me. I give him just a little gentle shove, and he falls. Just like a match, fella. He go, make flamies out. Never see him again. So you hear me holler, hey, hey, Yop Manus falls in steel. And all men come running, we shut off falling, and nobody can do nothing. No more Manus Dwyer, not see him at all. Only I can smell him little bit, but don't smell of steel and burnt clay. And in all big noises in foundry, I can hear. Listen. Put your ear down by steel ingot. Is all that's left, Manus Dwyer. See if you hear. Huh?
Come on, Bogdan. Time to go home.
You go away, you old woman, you.
It's time to go home, Bogdan.
I'll go home when I get ready.
Come, Bogdan.
Yeah. You know who this old woman is? You don't, huh? You tell the man what is your name, old woman.
Come home, Bogdan.
Tell him your name, he wants to know.
I'm Maria Vichorik Dwyer Petrovich.
You see. He says he was never going to marry to me. Now wants some more Slivovitch.
No more, Bogdan. You have had enough for tonight.
I say I want... Hey, Maria, you said you would marry to me, huh?
I said I wouldn't marry you.
Now, you knows what happened to Manus. But Maria can't prove it. Kenya Maya.
But you will die.
Manos didn't kill me.
Manos will. Manos will.
You think this little old steel ingot gonna kill big, strong Bogdan? Come on, Manos. Let's sing. The pale moon was rising above the green mountains. The sun was declining.
The widow of Bogdan Petrovich, former steelworker, who was killed last Thursday when a small ingot of steel he was keeping for a souvenir fell from a shelf above his head and crushed his skull, will make her debut tonight at the Idle Hour Theater as a singer. Mrs. Petrovich, the former Maria Vichorik, will present a group of Irish songs, including the popular ballad Rose of Tralee. Mrs. Petrovich will be remembered as the widow of Manos O'Dwyer.
The title of today's Quiet Please story is Tap the Heat, Bogdan. It was written and directed by Wyllis Cooper, and the man who spoke to you was Ernest Chappell. And Lotta Stavisky played Maya. J. Pat O'Malley was Manos, and Carl Emery told how steel is made. As usual, music for Quiet Please is played by Albert Berman. Now for the word about next week, here is our writer-director, Wyllis Cooper.
Thank you for listening to Quiet Please. My story for next week is called Be Who's Valentine.
And so until next week at the same time, I am quietly yours, Ernest Chappell. And now, a listening reminder. State